Most people are terrified of dying, but paradoxically, not many are scared of what awaits them after they die. So, who is afraid of hell? The short answer is apparently no one. Numerous people do not believe in hell, and those who do assume that they already did all that is required not to go to hell. Thus, nobody believes that they are going to hell. They feel immune to it, but let me be brutally honest. Reality does not care about your beliefs, and reality shall always catch up with you. What if dying is the easy part? Any mistakes regarding hell have consequences. After you get there, you stay there permanently. You cannot escape reality through your beliefs. You need to make certain that God is not angry at you. People, when in intense pain and suffering, do not doubt the existence of hell in the afterlife. After all, they are living in hell at that moment. But as soon as everything is pleasant again, they eventually forget. In the past, pain and suffering used to be constant and came from many sources, so nobody forgot about it. But at this moment, hardship is usually limited and sporadic, so most people can afford to disconnect themselves from the fear of hell. Of course, that does not mean there is no hell, but just that the reminder of its existence is gone. Fire and brimstone refer to God's wrath. Jesus was a fire and brimstone preacher. He spoke of some sort of afterlife punishment many times, which we call hell. The Bible often refers to God's righteous anger and wrath, and for many centuries, fire and brimstone preaching was a common and accepted theme. But it seems that some pastors have purposefully forgotten to preach about the reality of hell as a punishment. There has been a shift in religious thinking from focusing on what happens in the next life to concentrating on my well-being today instead. The subject of hell is too negative. So today's policy in many places is, in this church, we will not say anything that will offend you. But the problem is that the truth is inherently offensive. And the inconvenient truth is, hell is the default destination for all people. That is a biblical truth, believe it or not. We are in the hands of an angry God, even if we do not realize it. But only rarely do I see anyone worrying about God's anger and his feelings. And for most religions, God's wrath is not eternal and is not too terrible either. However, there is no justice without punishment for crimes committed. Shouldn't child predators, serial killers, mass murderers, and other despicable monsters who died unpunished pay for their crimes in the afterlife? The idea of hell has to do with punishment and justice more than a specific place. It is not justice that Adolf Hitler or Joseph Stalin should spend eternity in the same pleasant place as Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa. In short, many do not believe in hell, therefore do not care or worry about the potential consequences of their attitudes and behavior. Some others accept the possibility of going to hell, but have been told how to escape this by following rituals, rules, or believing in something. An example of this is by just having faith in Jesus. But they still need to understand what does it mean and why. However, the majority do not. So I doubt that such a belief by itself will solve their problem of hell. They found a quick solution to a future difficult situation so as not to worry about it. Therefore, there is no fear of God anymore. Thus, everyone is joyfully going to their graves. Nevertheless, the only way to avoid the anger and wrath of God is to understand our specific problem with Him and how to solve this. A righteous God would justifiably give us what we have earned. But God is also merciful. We can see that hope and opportunity exist in this world. He constantly and actively works to keep us away from sin. When we talk about salvation, this is from God's wrath. We should take advantage of the opportunity that God extends to us in the form of redemption while we still can. Resolve your problem with God today.